guys, and welcome to Classic Rock Country Music Facts and Trivia. Yeah, another kind of funny one, I think, anyway. Johnny Cash was blackmailed by an El Paso sheriff 20 years after his arrest at the Mexican border. Although he was never sentenced to prison, Johnny Cash had more than a few experiences in a jail cell. Johnny was arrested 7 times in his life, some for things as benign as picking flowers on private property, and some for violations that were a tad bit worse, though he never filled out a rap sheet quite like Merle Haggard did. His career will forever be tied to the prison system due to his iconic concerts at San Quentin and Folsom Prison, one of those shows transforming Merle's life and his years of advocacy on behalf of prison reform. But the closest he ever came to spending some real time behind bars happened in October of 1965. Cash was in the midst of his nearly lifelong drug addiction and decided to travel down to Mexico to get some discounted prices on Dextradine, an upper, and Equinil, a downer. But his guitar case stash was found by a customs officer at the El Paso International Airport. A total of 1,143 pills were confiscated, and Cash spent one night in the El Paso County Jail before posting a $1,000 bond and being released. He later pled guilty to a misdemeanor narcotics charge, was fined $1,000, and given a 30-day suspended sentence. It was really a slap on the wrist considering how strict the justice system was on drugs in the 60s, but the judge factored in that he had a prescription for both while making judgment. Cash went on living his life, and that should have been the end of the story, but about 20 years later, this arrest showed his head once more. In March of '85, El Paso County Sheriff Sergeant Jesus Garola was sentenced to 5 years supervised probation, 500 community service hours, and $500 fine for threatening to extort money from Cash. In a letter dated approximately January 29th, 1984, he said he would make Johnny's 1965 arrest records public if he didn't contact him to negotiate a cash payment. No specific amount of money was demanded, and he even included lines about admiring Cash because he always fought back, which is an odd way to try and butter him up and open his wallet. As you'd expect, Johnny made no such payment, and Garola was eventually fired from by Sheriff Mike Davis after the records of Johnny's 1965 arrest were found to be missing. He pled guilty to extortion charges, which carried a maximum of 2 years in prison, though can't find the record that he actually served any time. Maybe it's time we start calling Johnny the man in blackmail. I can't imagine the thought process that Sergeant used to think Johnny would actually pay him. By 1984, it was pretty well known that Johnny used drugs, and I can't see an arrest from 20 years ago making a dent in his career at that point. They do say you only catch the stupid criminals, and this may prove that to be the case. I mean, how dumb is that? I mean, it was well known Johnny Cash had done drugs. What's the blackmail? Just don't ever try that. Don't do that. That's not smart. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please like this video. I appreciate it. You guys have a great day. God bless you. And I'm praying for you.